Guys, welcome back to my YouTube channel, Gratitude Babe, because ipo siku. Thank you so much for tuning in. Thank you so much for those who've been subscribing. If you are new here, welcome again. And for today's video, I'm going to talk about the things that I'm learning in my 20s. And yeah, for this month, every Wednesday I'll be doing things I'm learning from something. So one of the things that I'm learning in my 20s is the fact that people are allowed to want different things. And by this I mean that from the time you start now realizing how life works, people are going to tell you you are supposed to go to school, you get a job, then you get married and start having children. But I'm realizing that it's okay for people not to want these things. And for a long time, people are normally like, hey, you are this age, you are this big age and you are not married. Or you are this big age and you don't have children. And sometimes people think that it's being insulting, but people are happy, like people are living happy lives without children. People are living happy lives without being married. People drop out of school and live happy lives. And that's something that when I was younger, I didn't imagine someone can be happy. Like someone can drop out of school and have a successful life, or not get married and be happy, or not work. There's some people who are just happy being like housewives or just staying at home and not working. And that's so surprising to me right now when I'm realizing people are actually like really happy with those kinds of lives. The other thing I've learned is how like our childhood experiences affect our behaviors as adults. And for me, the things that have affected me, that I'm realizing that affected me so much, was mainly from my schools, because I went to boarding school in like class 5, and from there it was just like boarding schools, and both of my schools were so strict. And right now, like then I thought this is good because it's fostering good behavior, it's making me be focused in school, and I'm getting good grades out of it. But right now, when I'm out of school and I'm in the real world, there's some things that happen and I'm just like, I get so scared. Think like when maybe I have a form to fill and I fill it, and maybe someone does not understand what I've written and they're like, what is this? How? When someone asks me that, my heart skips a bit because of how teachers used to be like, what is this? What is this that you have written here? And also like bells ringing. If I hear a bell ringing, I start feeling like running. Or water gets to my stomach because I don't know what I'm supposed to do. And now it's giving me a new perspective about how these things should be handled. And it's making me think that maybe when the government was saying that beating children in school is going to be stopped, maybe they were right. Because now I'm a big adult and small things like that scare me and take me back to those times. The thing that I'm learning is how much we internalize things like tribalism, things like colorism, and just all these things that people make them seem like they are normal, but they are not. And when I'm talking about this, it's things like when people are like, like Kikuyus are this way or Kambas are this way. Like a couple of years back, I'd laugh because I'm like, yeah, they are just jokes and they are just stereotypes. But right now, it's not funny to me anymore. Like, because people actually say those things like they are funny, but in real sense they're actually backwards compliments. So, or things like colorism, where like even I think, was it last week or is just this same week, where people were telling this girl because she did something and the only thing they could come up with was how dark she was. And those things, like, they're not funny anymore. Maybe they were funny when I was young, or we were younger and we didn't understand like how the world works. But these are real things where people don't get opportunities because of such things. Maybe their tribes, maybe the color of their skins, and like these are serious issues and we make jokes about them. So right now I try to not I try to catch myself. If I'm talking and I hear in my head before I talk, I hear that the thing I'm about to say is something that is going to sound a little bit like something I've internalized, then I don't talk. I don't put it out there. And yeah, like I've said, like those things that we think are jokes, they are actually not jokes. And the person who is being affected actually gets offended by it. So don't go around telling people generalized jokes about their tribes or where they are from or the colors of their skins. Yeah. Another thing I'm learning is about how much control I have over my life. Like when I was young, I didn't think about it because most of my decisions were made for me. But right now, when I'm an adult, like most of my decisions, I have to be the one to make the decisions. I have to be the one who knows which direction I want my life to take. I have to be the one who decides whether to wake up in the morning or to keep sleeping. At some point I felt like that is so much control, and I'm not so sure whether I want to have that much control, to the point where I was wishing that we could go back to the backwards times where people used to be made decisions for and women didn't have a voice. But then now I feel like it's a privilege right now. I feel like it's a privilege to actually be the one to choose for yourself and be the one to make the mistakes, because this way if you make a mistake you won't have to go back to someone and be like, yeah, it's you who told me to do this. Right now you just have to make your conscious decision. And in as much as you go for advice from other people, at the end of the day you do what you want. And that's a very funny concept to me, because it's not funny but interesting, because I get to hear people's decisions and I decide, yeah, I'm not going to do that, and they can't beat me or abuse me or do it or give me any punishment because I'm the one in control. And I wish we were taught that when we were a bit younger, because it would be easier to navigate now when you are an adult. But when it's just you reach a point and now you realize people are not telling you what to do, like it's kind of how do you say it, it's kind of shocking. Like it comes as a shock, like because no one has told you that it's going to happen. You're just going on with your life, asking people what to do, doing it, asking them, they tell you what you must do, and then at one point it's like, yeah, what do you want to do? And that's surprising, but then it's liberating, like I've said. That's it for today's video. Please comment in the comment section below what you're learning in your age, and keep subscribing to my channel. Like, share, please get me to 100 subscribers. And until next time, bye.